Wow.
No, I'm just saying. I'm a Swiftie, man. I'm not ashamed. I'm a Swiftie.
Take it by the scene, it's what we're doing. Come and check it out, it's what we're all about. 561 Music!
Welcome to 561 Music. My name's Ben.
And I'm Hector.
And how are you doing, Hector?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. Everything's good. What did we do this weekend? We had an awesome gig on Saturday where we went all the way to Winter Park.
That was a crazy gig, dude. We pulled up and it was this ginormous house, and then there was a dock in the back.
Yeah.
And all the guests arrived by ferry boat or whatever.
Yeah.
That was weird.
And she had these topiary hedges that were like elephants and
giraffes and it was like Disney World.
And if you looked inside the house, everything was like jumbo size. You had like a sculpture of a huge flower pot and then these like Disney characters sitting on the couches and stuff.
But let's talk about the bathroom.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the bathroom, all the tiles in the bathroom were pictures of her kids, which is fine, but there was just something weird about being just completely.
Yeah, they weren't like little photographs on the wall. Like each tile was a printed mosaic of a child.
Yeah.
And so they're all staring at you while you're doing your thing. But even more disturbing than that was that you walked into this was the pool house. And so you walked into it. It was a completely glass door, and you walked in, and there's no curtain. Right. So you're standing there with this glass door. People are walking by, and you're doing your thing. It was kind of weird.
It was a very public pee.
It was very weird. I mean, man, I don't know. Maybe they're into something weird.
Who knows? But I have to say, though, on a slight tangent, she is lovely. I spoke to the lady, a really nice lady, and it didn't really scan from the kind of sort of rather, what's the word? Not eclectic, not extravagant. I can't remember the polite word for bonkers. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, the two things didn't seem to match together because she's a very sensible lady and she was super nice.
Yeah. No, it was cool, man. It was a fun gig. It was, very chill. Like we were playing, I think at one point I felt like we were playing elevator music. I think at one point you made the analogy that it felt like we were on the Titanic and we were the band that was about to go down with the ship.
Yeah. It did feel like that. And sometimes I can really enjoy those gigs because I kind of zone out a little bit and just kind of, let the music sort of take over a bit, and which is all well and good, but you were exhausted.
I was just going to say, typically I like gigs like that because they're relaxing, but I was running on 2 hours of sleep from the previous night and 3 hours of sleep from that night. So
give everyone a lowdown of what you did that weekend.
Oh God, man. Let's see. So I had a gig. What do we do? Oh, yeah. So Friday. So I'm in the process of flipping a house. So Friday, I was at this house, all freaking day from 6 a.m. or something like that. Left that, went home, showered, went to Irish Brigade and played Irish Brigade with you, like Killbillies and stuff. And then we left there. I got back. It was like probably 2:00 in the morning or something like that. I had 3 hours of sleep, and then I had to get up. I had to run down to Fort Lauderdale. I had to install a 3D canvas piece that I had pre-painted already. And then after I installed that, I had to actually get down on the ground and do a 2-dimensional chalk piece for the same event. And originally I was supposed to be there. Like the idea was that I had until 5:00 to get it done, but I couldn't have until 5:00 to get it done because we had a gig in Winter Park. So I did my 8-hour chalk piece in 90 minutes.
There's not that many people who could pull that off.
I don't think I've ever chalked so fast in my life.
That's a really
jumped in the car,
image.
Yeah, came back, showered, picked you up, picked James up, had to do the gig, and then we played that.
And there
gig.
wasn't like a dust of chalk on you. You're
man,
perfectly turned out.
It was just absolutely insane, man. Like that gig, like I said, I usually good with a nice relaxing gig like that, but I was falling asleep. I kept catching myself. I'm like, I'm gonna drop my damn bass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was fun though. I had a good time, and those kind of gigs, man. You get them once in a while where you go to someone's house and you get a window into someone's life. It's cool.
Yeah. It was pretty wild. It was pretty wild, man.
So we have a very exciting episode. We have the video premiere of Love Like This by Billy Doom Is Dead. How's it going, guys?
It's great. How you doing? Thanks for having us. How's it going?
So, we're going to keep it short and sweet before the video starts because I would really want everyone to make sure they check this out. It's the first time anyone's seen it. It's the premiere of it. So, we got to get onto the video pretty quickly. But before we do that, it's been a little while since you've come on the show. How have things gone since then?
Everything's been a lot of fun. We're very fortunate. So I'm going to let Kevin take this one, though. He's probably got more stories.
I mean, I think the last time we were here, we hadn't even played a show yet.
Yeah, I think you had done just one
just
show.
One? Yeah, well,
just
we've done a lot more since then, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple tours.
Yeah.
Almost died a couple times.
Almost died a couple times on tour.
A couple drummers later.
Welcome, Chris.
And now we got a music video. What better place to come back here and debut it with you guys.
Right, but I got to hear about the almost dying, though, man. You can't just drop that on us and walk away.
There's tour. I mean, it's wild. There's a lot of driving. We drove 56 hours to our first show in Vegas.
Wow.
And we did it the I-10 route. So it's, quite interesting. We almost drove off a bridge.
You got to see Matt and everyone.
We did, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was awesome. It was a No Name Ska reunion, out there, and they flew back, obviously, and we played all together after that. But, yeah, it was a great trip. We learned a lot about each other on this one, I feel like.
You do. You've got to go on tour. Just really, the true test of the band is the first tour. It's like, can we hang,
Yep.
Yeah, really I mean, it helps. You really bond with the guys when you don't have a radio or, you have no choice but to talk to everybody.
AC, yeah. And then the van starts, when it gets over 70, you can't hear music anyway, so it wouldn't matter if the radio gets so loud in there. So Andy would sit shoddy with me, and it would be 3 minutes talking, and then we wouldn't talk for 5 hours. Because it's so loud. We look at each other.
Yeah.
So
pretty sign language.
Is this your van?
It is, yeah. It was my 1988 G20 van.
Oh, cool. Do you still have it?
I still have it, yeah.
That's awesome.
We're never going to drive it again. You're never going to see it in public again, people. That was it. We had a great run. Everybody learned their lesson. We all earned it. All these tours, we really earned it. Now we're
it definitely deserves a badge
for sure. Yeah,
I mean, it deserved a Viking funeral in the desert is what it deserved.
Yeah. We were supposed to set it on fire in Houston, Texas, but then it started driving again. So then we didn't. We're like, well, we probably should go home. And we got home. And
well, I mean, look on the bright side. If you guys hit it really big or whatever, it's a museum piece. This is the van that Billy Doom did their first tour in.
When we went to the bookmobile when we went to in Vegas. We visited Matt at the Punk Rock Museum, and they have Green Day's first van. So
I'm saying, are you even punk if you don't have a weird van?
No, exactly.
You have to have one,
rite of passage, man.
That's a beautiful weird van, though.
It was nice. They had seats and beds and AC and radios. And, a gas gauge. Yeah.
So the first van that Sonic Boom 6 had, we bought it, and when we got it home, we realized that the whole underside was covered in concrete. It had somehow these lumps of concrete all over the bottom of it. The thing was just a disaster. It had, between the two front seats, it had a little wooden sort of thing that you could pull up, and then the engine was just right there underneath this piece of wood.
Easy access for maintenance, man.
Yeah, it's
wild.
I remember we did our drummer, who's a lovely man, but occasionally could be a bit of an idiot. He,
as drummers tend to be.
He poured, hot drummer takes. So he,
Chris, don't walk out.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
He poured water into the oil thing by accident. So we had to do an oil change on the side of the road. And no joke, we were on the border between Bulgaria and Hungary or something like that. We were just in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly where you want that to happen.
Yeah, totally. On a national holiday.
Oh, wow.
So there was no one around. I had to walk 5 miles even to find anyone. It was the trip. So yeah, crazy bands is, I don't know, it's fun in a way.
It's great. I would not. I mean, that was exactly what we had to do to prove our point.
Yeah.
When we showed up to Bordner's, one of the oldest venues in all of LA, to play our show, and they saw us drive up, they're like, holy shit, you're here. Yeah. They couldn't believe, you're here. You made it. Yeah, we're here.
Yeah,
now let's
so
destroy
awesome.
your room.
So how have the gigs been? How are you being received?
I don't know, maybe I'm a little biased. I think it's going well. I feel like it's going well, but I also have a think tank around me that also thinks it's going well, so it's... But I mean, the honest reactions from a lot of people who attend it, they don't know necessarily what to call it, and I like that. They seem energized. They seem like they're a part of it,
Yeah.
But they don't know what to put their finger on. I kind of like that aspect of it.
I love it. I watched you guys not that long ago, about a month and a half ago, and it's killer, man. And I love the introduction of the guy with Nashville tuning.
I heard you talking about this on a podcast. So yes, we do have that. When we rock 3 guitars, we have a Nashville setup where it's not a traditional one. It's a D string that tunes a full step up to an E. You grab everything from there. So it's essentially everything's an octave up from the normal register. So you can play it like a standard guitar, but it sounds... The best parts are the 12 string, the higher parts, and then I play the lower part.
That's
and then
cool.
for certain songs, and then there's other songs where he plays a full-on Gibson Les Paul, big humbucker, chunky thing to fill out what I'm doing. And
Yeah,
it's cool.
Wicked, man. So where did you how did you shoot this video?
This is great actually. Franco was like, "You want to shoot a video here?" We had mentioned a while that we wanted to do it, and then
Propaganda.
Yeah, Propaganda. Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
So we
cool.
did that prop. Yeah, I feel like we're the prop house band in the best possible way.
Yeah,
They let us do whatever. We can R&D stuff there. They let us try things out. It's really cool. So when we had the idea to do the video, it's like, well, can we do a prop? And Franco, of course, like, do it, prove it, you know. So we roll in with Raul from Young Cassidy, and we banged it out in like 4 hours, 5 hours. Like
man.
that.
We talked to him about video. He knows what he's doing. That guy.
He does, yeah.
Yes,
he does.
Yeah, that's
very
awesome.
good, very talented.
Yeah, totally. I've got to get Franco on here at some point and chat to him about how props going and everything. It seems to be blossoming, that place.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it.
One of the sickest nights I've ever seen there. Literally walking up, not even knowing what's going on for the night, just hanging out. You know what? Let's stop in for like a quick drink and just say what's up. End up seeing a bunch of young girls like in like pom poms and stuff like that. It was a Taylor Swift night.
Oh wow!
And the place went bananas,
Yeah.
and it was actually like a lot of fun. I'm not even that big. I'm not a Taylor Swift.
Was there a tribute, or was it just?
No, it was just
they're just
a
playing the music.
DJ putting on Taylor Swift, and the girls were going ape shit. They had their own like VIP sections.
How did I
There
miss
was,
that?
Sorry, confetti everywhere. It was
music, man. It's not
bananas.
music.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's awesome.
Crazy.
Hector, you're married.
No, I'm just saying. I'm a Swiftie, man. I'm not ashamed. I'm a Swiftie.
Oh man, there's been a lot of drama surrounding Taylor Swift. All that stuff is so stupid. She's like, yeah, she's awesome. I think she is anyway. But yeah. So we got this video recorded at prop. Where did you record the music?
We went to a few spots. We ended up doing drums, bass, and some guitars at Mix LA, Chris Lord Alge's studio. We had Brian.
It was Chris Lord. Okay, right. Yeah, I knew that and then forgot it, and now I'm remembering it again.
That's the old Death Row Records, man.
Yes.
The office is Suge Knight's bedroom.
That's where they had drums in his bedroom.
awesome.
It was awesome. We walked in, we're like, this is the room. This is it.
Yeah.
Brian Judd made the record for us. He's a very talented engineer. He has over 2 billion plays on Spotify. He did the most recent Green Day record.
Sick.
He's done a lot of stuff. So
I saw a lot of the gear in the pictures, and they just got everything. All those amazing, all the great channel strips and preamps and compressors, and oh my god.
They actually have the Dookie amp.
Yeah, we use that.
Played some guitar
Yeah, we
on
had,
the
so
amp that we use
Andy's
on
parts,
Dookie.
that in this song, Andy's parts on the chorus are played on the Dookie. It's
That
a
is-
Dookie modded amp, so it's not the one that was used. It's just a Billy Joe amp.
I got
We
you.
used Trey Cool drums.
Yeah.
His drum set was there. We got to use that stuff, which was great. But
That's super cool.
the
That's
SSL
really cool.
console, though, that was the reason for the room. The console is the original one to that room. It's a 79.
Right.
It's beautiful with all the Neve outboard gear, 2-inch tape. We had to record 2 tape and then into Pro Tools. So
Yeah, sick.
got that
Nice.
burn. It's everything I ever wanted. You know, I was the whole time in shock.
Absolutely. Well,
I enjoyed
I've been
Steve.
listening
Oh,
to
this
the
is great.
record, and it does sound amazing. I want to talk about it after we watch the video, though. And seeing as this is a premiere of your video, and there's plenty of people out there who are just dying to watch it, I think we should watch it right now. How's that
Let's
sound?
do it.
Look and see your face.
561 Music and 561 Music Festival is sponsored by Steinger Green and Finer. I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, and then I'm going to tell you how they're helping. So Steinger Green and Finer is the personal injury law firm you can trust to provide the elite representation you deserve. As your trusted personal injury attorneys, you can count on them to fight for your rights from start to finish. They have affordable services. Professional legal aid shouldn't cost a fortune. That's why, with their injury lawyers, you don't pay a penny unless they win your case. Their team of personal injury attorneys has the resources and experience needed to litigate with big insurance companies and deliver the results you want, achieving maximum financial compensation to cover the cost of your accident-related injuries and damages, from medical bills and prescription medication to car repairs and lost wages. Whatever type of personal injury case you bring them, their injury lawyer team can handle it. If you can't visit one of their injury lawyer locations, don't sweat it. Their 100% virtual communication options enable them to handle your case without requiring an in-person visit. Getting the justice you deserve has never been easier. To be real, we're incredibly thankful for them because without them, we wouldn't be able to put the festival on. They have sponsored the festival, and it means that we can pay the bands. It means we can afford to advertise the festival so people know it's happening. And really, it just means we can do it. So the fact that they've reached out to us and they're helping out in the community, it means a huge amount to us. And we just want to extend our thanks to them. And it doesn't hurt that they're a great business as well. They're very easy to find online. Just go to www.injurylawyers.com. It's as simple as that. Injurylawyers.com. So you'll be able to find them very easily. You won't be disappointed with their service. They're fantastic. Thank you so much, Steinger Green and Finer. You really have made a difference for us, and you make a difference for a lot of people every day. Backsaver LLC Therapy is located in West Palm Beach, Florida, providing chiropractic care, massage therapy, and physical therapy. They are 561 Music sponsors, and they're helping us put this festival on. We couldn't be more grateful for them. They've done it before, and it's just a huge help. So if you have anything going on with your back in general and you need some chiropractic done, I don't know if that's how you say it, chiropractic. If you need a chiropractor, you could do a lot worse than Backsaver. They're absolutely a fantastic company. I know Hector's had some work done by them, and they do a fantastic job. If you've been hurt in a slip and fall accident, Backsaver LLC will help you with your injuries. The worst thing about slip and fall accidents is you never see them coming. The slip and fall itself can be frightening, and the injuries sustained can be detrimental. If you twist and fall in a bad or awkward position, your body will suffer the consequences. Injuries sustained in a slip and fall accident can be quite costly when it comes to paying medical professionals for treatments and pain relief. Backsaver LLC in West Palm Beach works to help patients recover quickly, physically, and also financially. It's one of those things that when you need it, you really need it. And if you don't think you need it, maybe you do. They're incredibly kind to sponsor the festival. Like I said before, we need all the help we can get putting this thing on. So thank you so much for sponsoring it and helping us with this podcast. We're just trying to bring local music to local people and build up the scene around here. And Backsaver's helping us do it. So thank you so much, guys. Give them a call today at 561-684-8774. That's 561-684-8774. We are also sponsored by Oasis Root. Now, Oasis Root Kava Bar is in Sea Grape Square on Indiantown Rd. And it is a kava bar. If you don't know anything about kava, it's a Polynesian root that you grind up and you mix with water. And it has been in Polynesia for potentially thousands of years. It's an old thing that they used for kind of ceremonial and also sort of leisure purposes. It's meant to be something where, you know, that brings people together. You all take a shell of kava and chink them together and say bula and have it together like that. It's meant to be something to bring people together. It's has a kind of an effect, which is, I guess, a kind of a slightly warming effect. It just kind of makes you feel nice. It's not particularly intoxicating. It's not like drinking alcohol. So the atmosphere in a kava bar is sort of like a cross between a regular bar and a coffee house. It's pretty chill in there. You get all sorts of different types of Kava bars. Some of them are more like a club, there's sort of like blacklight and EDM playing. And some of them are more like a cafe. This is one of the cafe type of ones. It's super chill in there. If you're looking for somewhere to, I don't know, maybe go and do some work on your laptop or go and have a chat with friends, it's perfect for that kind of thing. There's a foosball table in there if that's your jam, or baby-foot as they call it in France. And Jim, the owner, is a really cool guy, and he has very kindly sponsored our podcast. So thank you very, very much for that, Jim. They also do a poker night in there, all sorts of things going on at Oasis Route Kava Bar. 561 Music is sponsored by Live Music Community. It's where we film the podcast that you're listening to right now, and it's also where I work. Gavin, Hector's son, was a student here for a long time, and in many ways he's the musician he is today because of the teachers at Live Music Community. We taught him not only about his instrument, but also about being in a band, and his band, Unemployed Youth, accomplished a lot of goals, mostly band etiquette, how to work together, and all of the nitty-gritty that goes into being in a band on a day-to-day basis. The student signs up for lessons, learns their instrument, joins a real band, and decides the direction it goes in. And we can take people from very young age, 6 or 7 years old, all the way up to 80. There's no age limit here. We run an adult program for people who want to be in a band as adults, but really the main focus is on the kids and getting them playing together and in bands. We are also a studio, a live stream venue, and we can record audio or video. The Killbillies live album, Warts and All, was recorded here. It was recorded during a live stream that we did during COVID. Justin had a great idea to record live streams during COVID. A ton of bands came in, and it was a real success. But outside of that, we can record albums, we can help you with your EPK, and we have full audio-visual capabilities here. LMC is in Palm Beach Gardens on the northwest corner of Military Trail and North Lake Boulevard. It's north of the gas station, right before you get to North Lake on Military Trail. And if you go to livemusiccommunity.com, you have all the information you'll need right there. Thanks. All right, so that was Love Like This by Billy Doom Is Dead. That's a killer video, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
And it feels really like home, like it's prop, and it's just where I spent so many nights and had so many gigs and so many good times. So I love it, man.
Nothing says 561 like a video at prop, right?
Yeah,
it's CBGBs, man.
CBGBs, man.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah, so I was listening to the song, trying to kind of deconstruct it a little bit today. And I really like it. I love the way it kicks in after the acoustic guitar. And something that's really cool about the acoustic guitar is the way you mixed it. Sounds like someone playing a guitar in a room.
Exactly. Yes.
It doesn't sound like super up front and in your face. It's like has this sort of room, like you can imagine someone sitting there, and then all of a sudden, boom, the tune kicks in. And I thought it was a really interesting choice to kind of like the beginning of the verse to come in on like chord 6.
Yes.
To create that tension, and then you come back to the root, and then it hits, and it kind of takes you on a journey with the chord 4, and then you're back to that 6 again. It's really, really awesome.
Yeah, it's exactly what happens in the song too. Thanks for analyzing that deeply.
The
6 flips it around a different way. It gives it the minor feel, That even though the chorus is in the minor, it's still in the same minor key. It gives it a major feel when you get to the E major, obviously, because they're relative to one another.
Yeah, no, it's really awesome. Because it definitely reminded me of like all the best things about punk, which is doing something clever with something simple,
Thanks.
Which is
that's the vibe.
Yeah, that's the hard thing to do.
We have 5 chords to choose from, I want to do something interesting with those 5 chords,
Yeah, totally. It's great, and I like that there's quite a lot going on in it, but in general, it's pretty pared down. There's not like layers of guitar harmonies. It's just the chords, and then you got that interesting organ noise over the top. What was that? Did you use a real organ, or is it a plug-in? Or
no, it's real. We used Eddie Money's Hammond B3 organ.
Oh,
Eddie Money had a stereo Hammond. Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. I have the videos to make sure that people are like, that's not possible. Like, no, I have the thing. I took the photo.
That's so cool.
We used his B3 with the Leslie. We mic'd it in stereo, 2 condensers, panned hard right, hard left, so I get a proper vibrato kind of sound, and then I just did what I know how to do, which is basically pad, and layer notes or whatever. But we know how to feel. I've said it before a million times, but I'm a massive Wallflowers fan. I love the Wallflowers.
Sure.
And that spooky organ or Dead Man's Bones or anything like that, Murder City Devils. Like when I hear the organ kick in, I'm like, this is my thing. Yeah. This is for me. It speaks to me in a weird way that I don't know. Many other instruments might not do the same, but
There's a lot about it. I like the fact that the vocal is sparse too, and it doesn't have like a million harmonies on it. There's like a little bit of doubling in like the chorus, but it's pretty low in there. You know, I couldn't tell if it was harmonies or doubling, but there's some kind of thing going on in the chorus. But yeah, for the most part, it's just the vocals right there, front and center. And there was some really interesting stuff about the bass tone. When everything drops out at the beginning of those little verse bits and it pops out, there's like almost this kind of like high sine tone over the top of the bass. That's cool. Like
that was part of this right here. Listen, you need to automate. Take the highest C sharp on the bass and a C sharp to be back and forth, and we push it, automate it in the mix more. So we're like, let's overdrive it, automate it in the mix. It cuts that intro a little bit better. Yeah,
the overdrive on it is really successful and sounds super interesting. It's like, I didn't notice it the first time, but like the third or fourth time I was really focusing on the bass, and I was like, damn, that's actually a sweet bass tone. Yeah, it's awesome.
It's pretty infectious. It's pretty infectious, though, man. Like it's pretty infectious too. Like when you guys first put it out, I was listening to it in the car, and I can't tell you how many times somebody tells me like, hey, our song just came out or whatever, and I put it on and I listen to it, and I'm like, yeah, that's good, but then I move on to something else. I must have listened to it like 15 times in a row.
Thanks.
Like it was just like I just kept playing, and I didn't stop it from doing it. I was just like, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that was the idea. Billy put out he's like, let's hit him with the poppiest one, man. Like,
no, that's good, man. It's good. And the guitar riff is like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's certain, especially in punk music, there's certain guitar riffs where like you're listening to it and you can almost guess what the next progression is going to be, but it's not that predictable riff. It kind of has like a different feel to it or something. I don't know. It's very unique. I like it. Yeah.
I know what you mean. In that organ bit, when you get that third chord, which is like, it's kind of like chord 3 or something. Yeah. It's like, you don't expect it at all.
You don't expect
and
it,
it's
but
almost
it
like harmonically
works.
ambiguous. Like you can't really tell if it's major or minor.
No, not at all. And that's how when we played the keys, obviously, I just kept it to the root and the first harmony above it, so it's simple. That way, if somebody decided to throw something on top of it, last minute or live, it works regardless of what notes they choose.
No, it works really well.
The 6 is what it's all about. The 6 is what throws them off. You don't see it happen. It resolves into a weird spot that you would normally go back to E. We're going to C sharp.
No, it's cool. It's it's definitely when I heard it, I was like, oh well, I'm gonna try and nick that.
I stole it from Beatsteaks, man. Beatsteaks, all these. I mean, if people out here listening, if you've not heard the Beatsteaks, listen to the Beatsteaks. From Germany, insane chordal progressions. It seems simple, and you start breaking it down. Like there's a lot going on with these 5 chords.
No, totally. I wrote a song called September to May. It's a Sonic Boom 6 tune. Check it out after this. There's something I've done a very similar thing. Like concentrated the tune around C sharp, then hits on the E for
the chorus or whatever. But yeah, absolutely.
It works really, really well. And then outside of that, it even goes down to like the nice touches of like what did you use for that little end pad? It sounded like a Prophet or something. It sounded like
it's a Prophet. Yeah. Okay. All right. I lost this round of musical Jeopardy. Sounds like a Prophet. Yeah, it's a Prophet, actually. Yeah, that's a digital Prophet that was played MIDI through a guitar rig, through a Bassman preamp, mic'd with a cabinet at home.
Yeah, man.
So it has a little bit of grit, and it sits a little bit better in the mix. Actually, the thing about the beginning of the song, too, I'm a big fan of recording to high bias tape and then playing it back in. So that intro was done with a condenser mic straight to tape, like cassette tape, and played back into digital. And then I spliced it out to fit. So I had a metronome. I just played that opening riff as many times as I could to a cassette tape and put it back in. So that's kind of that far away thing that happens. And also tape compresses, room mics very well. It'll naturally start to compress it. So kind of you can feel how roomy it is. You can feel how far away it is, which is kind of odd.
So you're doing it to cassette. That's something I'm going to try because I have all the tape plugins and stuff, but there's nothing like actually doing it.
Yeah, if you do, it's all,
It's something that I've been realizing like as time goes by, which is that I went so far down the rabbit hole of things to make stuff sound analog. And at a certain point, you just go, well, just do it analog. It's so
it sounds
stupid.
cool, too. If you don't want to commit to using high bias tape, you can actually run through the heads, the tape heads on the player, and it actually adds a nice mastering film. It rolls off high end from like 20K to 16 in a very like musical way, and low end from 20 to 60 up, kind of gives you this, I don't know.
I don't know a lot about what exactly is high bias tape.
High bias tape is it allows you to have a more full spectrum recording. So type 1 tapes generally have a very high end rolled off very much. So low end's rolled off quite a bit, high end's rolled off a lot. So it feels very dark, which is great for an effect, but...
Do you have to have a specific tape recorder to do that? Or
no, I have a Tascam from the mid-90s. I bought a 1993 Tascam 242.
Okay, cool. You remember I had to buy that silly boombox for the
Oh,
video.
I know.
That's got a tape player, and I was like, I guess I could do it with that.
You do with that.
Yeah,
And if there's a crappy microphone, even better.
Yeah.
If you can plug into it, that's cool too. But I usually run I'll run a console in on the tape heads and then on the tape heads directly into Pro Tools, so there's no tape in between.
Gotcha.
But like something for that, the intro, I'm like, I wanted something that was impactful.
Yeah.
So you can hear a glitch, and there's a little glitch where I actually cut the tape to make it, in the middle of it.
Oh,
It's a
sick.
mistake,
You're like getting some splicing
Yeah,
going.
splice it, and you play it back through and record
That's
it.
old school.
Fun.
That's
It's
like
fun.
Frank Zappa up in there. That's really cool. I love it.
I have the time. These guys wanted the song done, and I have the time. They want a song done, so let's put it on tape.
Yeah, man. I think it's really nice to see you guys doing well and being well received, and it's been overwhelmingly positive in terms of like local support and people having your backs and wanting you to do well. And I'm not. It's sometimes marginally jealousy inducing, but
I mean, I can only control what we put out. I'm sorry if it's received in that way. But, we love everybody. That's the thing, is like we're a band of fans. We love music.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like we're not that like, you're whatever kind of drama might be associated with that. We're not into that. We're there for the show. Man.
yeah, no,
We
totally.
tour, we show up before everybody, we leave after everybody. We usually shut the bar down with the bar.
100%. You're the
him
real.
with the
It's
mob.
not because we're alcoholics. It's because
Oh, no. Thank you for that.
We'll go with
Thank you.
that.
we're music fans.
We're music
Yeah.
fans, yeah. And we're that's the kind of thing, and that's what I came up on touring. I mean, I started playing in bands a very long time ago, and that's how it worked. There was no social media, so if you want to connect, be at the show.
Yeah, the
Absolutely.
actual social media was being social.
Social.
Like,
But you wanna be there.
Social,
You
yeah.
had to be there.
Yeah.
And it's still important because there's nothing like FaceTime. I was saying that to someone. I don't mean on iPhone. There's nothing like FaceTime because it like solidifies friendship. You're so much. If someone stood in front of you asking you to do something, it's like 9 times out of 10 you'll say yeah. You know what I mean? Just that human connection makes a huge difference.
That's why we show them people's doors and play shows.
Yeah.
We showed up to Vegas with one show, and we got 3 right away. You show up,
Yeah.
you can't tell me no. Now we're here.
Yeah, totally.
Well, that's a huge thing here at LMC with the students and stuff. Like Justin and all the teachers. I mean, you as well, Ben. Teaching these kids that like it's important not to show up to show and just play your slot and leave. Like you show up, you're there for all the other bands, beginning, middle, end, or whatever, and you stay till the end, and you're there supporting them all as much as you'd want them to stay and support you. You know,
Yeah.
and then that also kind of spills over into the fans and stuff. If the fans of the first band, if the fans of if the first band is sticking around for other bands, the fans of the first band might stick around with them and stuff. And now you've created a situation where you've got a nice crowd for everyone.
Yeah.
So that's huge. That's
Community.
huge.
That kind of thing used to be like a thing of the past. Like if somebody literally played their set and would leave, it's just like, oh, he's cowering. Like he didn't like what he they didn't like what happened on stage, so they're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's somehow very oddly becoming a thing that like people just like, okay, I'm done. I'm out of here.
Yeah, and that's a real shame. I definitely, try and unless there's some weird extenuating circumstances, I'm going to be there, from the beginning.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's how I was originally taught. It's just etiquette. It's like a punk thing. You got to do that.
We're in it together, right? Only all 4 of us are playing tonight. Why wouldn't I want to see all 4 of you guys play? I don't know. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, did Franco edit the video as well?
Raul did, yeah.
Oh, Raul did, right. Oh, that's right. Sorry, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Franco was just kind enough to give us the keys to the room and say, "Figure it out, boys."
How did you guys meet? Was it through playing shows, or did you know each other?
No, through the room. We showed up, we played a show, and we hit it off, and we did our thing, and he was like, "I like your thing. It's cool, and you guys are polite."
Yeah, they rock, man.
They're great.
You guys play like quite often in the same shows.
We do,
right?
yeah. On the 23rd, we're playing with co-defendants. So if you didn't get a ticket, get your ticket now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we talk about that? What's happening? What's next for you guys? What you got? What shows are coming up?
We have a big week actually. You want to take this one?
Well, we got Friday at Will's in Orlando. We have 430 Steps and Dial Drive.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're shooting another video just so, because we're in the content creation market, right?
100%.
This one's out now. We got to have the next one in the bag because it
Yeah.
can't be downtime. So we're shooting another video on the 22nd.
Yep.
And then we got the 23rd with co-defendants.
That's right.
And then we got 561 Music Festival coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
3:30.
Shameless plug.
3:30. That's right.
And then, next month we're gone. We're hitting the road again. We're going out
25 dates.
everywhere.
Nice.
Cross country
25
journey
days.
for the brand new record, Obscene Joy, out 3/1.
Yeah, man. So you doing like a circuit? You hitting all the coasts and across the side? You doing like all the way around the U.S. or which?
Pretty
part
much. We're not going all to the Northeast yet, but we're working our way up and then over across and then down and back through the South.
Yeah, nice.
So.
A
Wicked.
lot of miles.
You get a new van for that?
Oh yeah, rental, the best kind. The best kind.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. There's definitely the G88. You know, we love her, but
that was a one and done.
That's it, man. We proved our point. The photo was great. You know, we drove it really, really far. We drove it really, really
Took
far.
a lot of photos with that van.
Yeah, that's it. Now I can die, you know, peacefully.
The way we used to do it with Sonic Boom 6 is we'd usually fly in one side and then do a U. Like that, sort of like, you know, across the bottom and then back up. Did that a couple of times. Some of the drives were just unbelievable.
Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is
So long.
And I think while we were just starting tour to go to the first one, we actually did Texas like diagonal the longest way possible.
Oh man.
And I think that was the night that we got stuck in. Was it just outside of Texas that we ended up getting stuck?
It was in New Mexico.
Ran out of gas.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the desert. That was fun. It was
I mean, you heard all types of creatures and it's pitch black.
28 degrees.
Yeah.
So we're like,
Couldn't see
Everybody's phone was dead.
Everyone's going dead.
Yeah, Texas is brutal, man. Gavin's band just did Young Fiction. They just did that couple of shows in Cali, and they drove out there and then worked their way back or whatever. And he called me from the road, and he's like, we're still in Texas. Yeah. He's like, this state never fucking ends.
It does not.
He's like, it's got to be. Like, he used to always talk about how like long Florida is, you know, to get out of Florida. He's like, we got nothing on Texas. He's like, go big, man.
You'll drive for 8 hours, then now it's your turn to like, okay, I can lay down now. You'll wake back up and you're still in Texas.
Yeah,
well, they were driving
so long.
They were driving. This is food for thought for you guys. If you got a rental, they were driving a rental as a 12-passenger white Econoline,
the standard.
Van. So they were driving this 12-passenger white van, and they were in Texas, and there was some road construction or something. So the GPS like took them on this detour, and they ended up on this dirt road by the border, and they got pulled over by Border Patrol, and they were like shining the flashlight in there. Stuff. They're checking everybody, and they're like, "Okay, you guys are good. You can go."
Oh, jeez.
And they look like a band. That's a problem. They look like a band.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think in the interests of as many people as possible watching this video, we're going to keep it short. One of the things I want to say if you're watching this, get everyone you know to watch this. We're doing this specifically to help Billy Doom is Dead get their video out there. And so yeah, you'd be doing your bit to support 561 music community. If you watch this video, tell your friends to watch this video. Yeah. And before we sort of get out of here, though, let's have a little bit of a word about the festival. Can you tell people about that?
561 Music Festival. You go to 561musicfest.com and get your tickets there. $10 get you a general admission ticket. $25 get you a general admission ticket and a T-shirt. The festival is March 30th at Matthews Brewing. It's going to be from about noon to about 11 p.m. 20 bands for $10. That's 50 cents a band. You cannot go wrong. Our boys here, Billy Doom is gonna be there, and we haven't worked out time slots yet, but we'll give you guys a good one. Don't worry.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's the third one. It's always like a ton of work and a ton of stress, but it's always worth it. We always, at the end of it, you're that kind of tired where you're just like, we did something good.
Yeah, no doubt. And then. Just real quick, let's just run down the bands real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me pull them up. I was so not prepared. All right, so we got Blab Scam, Young Fiction, Killbillies, 33 Lions, The Little Things Duo, Suicide Bombers, At the Starlight, Exigent Band, Mad Mellow, Bear Maze, Killed by Florida, Butch and the Fat Dubes, Bitter Blue Jays, Zoo Peculiar. I can't even speak today. Mount Sinai, Andy Styron, Smoke Boss Militia, Billy Doom is Dead, and Brayton. And of course, none of this can be possible without the sponsors. So I want to thank Oasis, Root and Kava Bar, Live Music Community, Galliano Family Salon, Raincat Recording Studios, The Shirt Series, Backsavers Chiropractic, Law Offices of Steiger, Green and Finer, Matthews Brewing, of course, for hosting. Yep. And we just got Pure Honey as a sponsor as well. So
yeah, man.
So yeah,
big up Steve. Thanks.
Yeah, big up Steve. He really hooked us up with some advertising and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just this is the third one. I was talking to these guys prior to the podcast, and it's like the first one you do it and
and you throw a bunch of money at it, and you hope that it works, and it worked, and so we did it again, and it worked a little bit better, and and each time it's a little bit better. So
yeah, it's you know what it is. It's just like with being in a band. It's like all you got to do in this stuff is keep working at it and don't stop. Just keep going and going, and stuff builds. You know, it's the trick. Just don't stop.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely it's our baby, man. So,
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it, man. It was a blast last year. It was a blast the year before. There's nothing else I could say about it. It's just fantastic. It's one of the best days of the year for me.
Yeah, man. So come and hang out. We're all going to be there.
We're all going to be
there.
Sure.
The entire time from the first band to the last. That's what you do.
That's what you do, guys. That's what you do. Absolutely.
Thanks so much for coming on, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you
so much.
Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yes, I want to thank everybody who's been a part of this with us. It's so insane. I'm in the middle of it, so I don't really see everything that happens, but it's overwhelming sometimes, like the amount of people that just want to be a part of it and they've helped us out. Like that, the list is insane. There's like so many people that I don't know. So thanks a lot for being a part of it. Continue to be a part of it. We're on tour in March. If you can't be at a show, we'll have some videos up. We're actually doing a full pre-production run of our tour, so you can watch exactly what our stage show looks like while we're out if you're going to miss it. So.
Yeah, wicked.
Thank these guys too. These guys are awesome. These guys are my best friends. They're really cool. They do wild stuff.
They're all right. Yeah. So this weekend we have got Tiki 52 on Friday. We haven't played there in a while. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And then we got
you guys are doing the grouper on
Square
Grouper on Saturday.
from 3 to 6 on Saturday, and that is it.
Slow weekend for us.
Yeah, really.
Next weekend it's going to be brutal for us, man. We're playing Thursday. We're playing Friday. We're playing Saturday. I have street painting stuff going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
you're gonna be a busy boy.
Yeah,
but it's the Lake Worth Street Painting Festival.
Yeah, that'll be not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've never been to that, you got to go to it. It's amazing. And Hector is a wonderful artist. You'll get to see his
bananas. How many artists are there? It's crazy. It's like 600 artists.
And now I'm gonna know some of them because we did that thing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I'm gonna come down and
the
just
same
hobnob.
night as a Code of Fence?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
It's Friday, right?
That's Friday night.
Oh, Friday, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
23.
Yeah, the official festival dates, I guess, are going to be the Saturday, Sunday.
Gotcha.
But you got to pre-prep.
But I gotta be there Thursday for some stuff, and then Friday I'm doing some pre-prep painting stuff or whatever for it's their 30th anniversary, so I'm doing some stuff for them for that.
Yeah,
so
so
it's always a good time. That's
go
always a
check
good
that
time.
out, man.
It's crazy.
Lake
It's
Worth
crazy.
Street Painting Festival is sick.
In fact, we're playing. You're playing that Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing Thursday at Prop with some of the guys.
Oh,
from
that's right.
I'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Cheshi
Yeah.
is first. Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Check that
We're
out.
doing
for
like
sure.
the pre-party type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to see our backline on that stage for 2.5 days.
That's the longest sound check
Yeah.
we've ever done. 2 days.
Be awesome.
I had a lot of fun using your backline the other time with those like 2 by the two speakers inside the cabinets. They're a lot of fun. Nice. Anyway, listen, guys. We said we'd keep it short, so I'm really going to try and do that.
Let's start talking about gear, though. Let's pare this whole thing down.
40-hour podcast.
Did you switch out cables?
I let you do it all. I don't know anything.
All right, nice one. Thank you.
All right,
very
thanks,
much.
guys.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Take care.